Morning! It's Thursday, the 12th of October 2017, and looking a very nice day outside this morning, I have to say. It's beautiful out there. The sun is beaming. Lots to do as always today. I've always got so much to do. Now, if you're watching on YouTube or Periscope, I don't think it looks like the message is going to come through this morning, okay? Sorry about that. But so if you type something and you're watching on either YouTube Live or Periscope, those messages won't be coming through this morning, I'm afraid. Don't know why, the thing's just not working. Sorry. Now, have you got an Apple phone? Yet another Apple iDate. My little phone is plugged in at the back there at this moment, updating its thing. That's like the fourth one, isn't it now? In like a couple of weeks. So I don't know what's going on there. I did notice there is a problem since the last update in that if you have the camera, if you're doing a Facebook Live, it switches the picture around, after 20 minutes, half an hour. So maybe that's something they're able to sort out this morning. Let's say hello to our first message this morning. Craig Hards is very, very pleased with himself this morning. He has managed to be the person to get the first message in today. There should be a little prize. What could I give as a prize? How about, one moment, please. I can't get it out now. Pardon? Oh, no. How about, Craig, one of these small yellow Post-it notes? Would you like me to send you one of those as a prize? Hang on a minute. I'll make it worth money for you, okay? With my signature on it. Would you like to own that, Craig? When you're going out doing your little parties, weddings and children's parties, you could pin that on there. And then when people see you, they will know that you're a friend, you see? They will come, my God, is that a Chris Reardon signature? That's a big thing. Good morning, Craig. He says, do I get the first hello today? Yes, you do. Morning to Adam the plumber, who's now got my old speakers and my old amplifier, and is now having my old radio marks as well. Is there anything else you want, Adam? Small self-contained flat? Nice Toyota RAV4? Anything like that? Let me know if there's anything else of mine that you want. Okay? Morning, Diane. Oh, Diane. I mean, you just 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going down and down that list, aren't you, Diane? Gosh, you're getting later and later. How is this happening? Poor Diane, she tries so hard to get in first, but it's just not happening at the moment, is it, Diane? I don't know. Morning to Dean, who's loving a London picture. Yes, that was actually painted by someone Polish off eBay. I looked on, I fancy buying a picture. It was about a year ago now. I fancy buying a picture, and I'm looking on eBay. Oh, I don't know about that. Ah, like that one. Talking of pictures, I have here, I don't know if I should show these to you or not. I'm going to. I have here 4 old pictures of me, which I'm going to reveal to you later. And a couple of them are a bit fleshy. They're a little bit semi-naked. Oh, yes. So I'm going to show you those a little bit later. Semi-naked photos of me. I know, live on Facebook at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Unbelievable. It might be a bit too much for some of you. I understand that. Morning to Russ. Good morning, Mark. Russ. Mark Larn is there. Morning, Mark. Aren't you up early? I thought all you theatrical types got up really late. Like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. I did used to get up. When I say I got up late, I used to get up about 11 o'clock. 10:30, 11 o'clock. That was the latest I used to get up. But I know a lot of my old DJ, or the ones that bothered keeping in contact. Do you know, I'm surprised, Mark. I'm surprised when you come out of it, that's it. That's the end of it. You know how long I was at the Black Cap? 18 years. And the same at the place in Clapham as well. I was there a long time as well. At the Black Cap, I can keep numbers on one hand. The amount of people that have bothered to keep in contact. And the people are Wayne Taylor, who used to be an assistant manager there. Jason Alexander, who was chef there. Who else? Trying to think of... Oh, Richard Morris, very good friend of mine, Richard Morris. I don't know who else. people who continued on the phone, and that sort of thing. How sad is that? 2 brewers, no one. I was there 18 years. No one bothers to keep in contact. Now, of course, I could pick up the phone, but I have, you pick up the phone for years and years, ringing people and making the phone call. You stop ringing, that's it. Have you noticed that, Mark? When you leave somewhere, no one bothers keeping contact. Isn't that strange? It's strange and mysterious. And I think there's a bit of sadness there involved as well. Even on Facebook, most of you on Facebook know me from Facebook, don't you? From these shows. You don't know me from anywhere else. Let's have a look through the list. Let's have a little look through the list. I don't think there's anyone there that doesn't know me. Yes, I beg your pardon, Adam. Adam is a black capper, but everyone else, all of you, and Dean, I think Dean as well, but everyone else knows me from Facebook. That's it. How strange. Perhaps that's the way the world goes now, We only know each other through this Facebook and Twitter lark. I don't understand Twitter at all. Morning to Rod Brown. Good morning, Rod. Dean's there. Good morning, young Dean. He was a black capper, weren't you? Lee Marshall. Good morning to Lee. How are you today, sir? All right, Lee. I quite like the haircut like that, Lee. I wish I had a bit more hair in the middle, but it's gone there, as you can see. Good morning to the lovely, delightful Wendy Young. Are you not at work today, my darling? Adam's there, as I say. Adam, is that everyone? Adam is a little bit shocked this morning that Craig beat him to the first message, so he's going to have to give himself 50 lashes. No, come on, Adam. You know how much you like that. He likes the old whipping, Adam. Oh yes. He likes lashes. I think everyone's talking. No one's talking to me. They're talking to each other this morning. It's outrageous. Anyway, that's it. So I'll show you the 4 photos of me later on. Okay. Once again, if you're watching on Periscope or YouTube this morning, I'm afraid I can't get your messages. They're just not coming through the system. I'll try once more. Let's try and instigate it again. Launch. Just a white screen. No, it's just not. I don't know why that is. That's not working. So something wrong with the restream there. Okay, alrighty then. So yesterday, after I finished doing my bits and pieces yesterday, went swimming, and the new heating system in the pool, I am pleased to say, is now functioning within normal parameters. Very, very nice and warm. Because there's nothing worse than getting in a public swimming pool, putting your little toe in, and it freezing immediately. I don't like that. Not yesterday. I put a whole foot in and I thought, this is nice. And I slowly climbed into the pool and started my fitness regime of 60 lengths. And it was lovely and warm yesterday. Really nice and warm. And then after about length 10, the two other people that were in there got out. I was in the pool on my own. Oh, isn't it lovely being in a swimming pool on your own? Has anyone got a swimming pool? And I don't mean, when I say has anyone got a swimming pool, I know some of you are in Spain, aren't you? I don't mean that silly little pool. I think it's outrageous how they sell houses. Oh yeah, it's got a pool, and you go round there, and there's this thing that's like 2 feet square. There's the swimming pool. Well, it's not a swimming pool, isn't it? How many length? You can't even do one length in that. You put your arm over once and you're at the end of the pool. How is that a swimming pool? There's no point in having, what would you call it, a plunge pool? Plunge? I like that word. Plunge. Let's think of an example where you can use the word plunge. Oh, we're going to do an IQ test later as well. So those thickos of you out there, I will find you out today. Okay? A plunge. Let's think of a word for plunge. And he plunged the knife into her. There's one. There's a use for the word plunge, and he plunged the knife deep inside her heart. Just a thought for you. Yes, the little swimming pools in the houses in Spain. We're not talking a swimming pool like that, dear. Don't insult me by telling me you've got a swimming pool when you're getting it, 2 people are in it, and it's full up. You've got to squeeze past each other. Not much fun if one of them's very large, is it? No, it's not. You know it isn't. I mean, of course, if you're in a swimming pool, if you're in a small swimming pool with me, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You know, the flesh to flesh touching up against each other. Eh? So the swimming pool was very nice and warm yesterday. Got up, had a shower, and that was it really. Then I came back, and while my lunch was on, I started dusting. I know. Now, I'm not known for cleaning in here. I don't really do cleaning. It bores me very quickly. But I looked at this. I've got a glass coffee table downstairs from IKEA. It's about 17 years long. 17 years old. It's quite long, probably longer than some of the swimming pools that you've got in Spain now or wherever you are. And it had a thick layer of dust on it. So I cleaned that off yesterday. And it did half look nice afterwards. But you have to do it about 3 or 4 times, don't you? Because I looked at it and I thought, well, that hasn't quite got rid of that scum that's on there. You see, what it is, I get my teapot, because I'm on teapots now. There's no more tea bag in the cup. No. Oh, no. I've got the teapot. Actually, I think it was Ray Reynolds was asking me if I have a United Kingdom Talk teapot. And I do have one here. There we are, Ray. Okay, I'm surprised you haven't seen this before. It's not always behind me, but it's often there. So that's there. But I've got another teapot downstairs that I use, china teapot and little china cups. And I use those now for my tea. And you know what? It's no hassle. It's no hassle. And it tastes better than tea bags. It absolutely does. So I've moved over to those now, which is very nice. So while I was getting my lunch, I did a little bit of dusting in there. And the trouble is I put the cups on the table. I don't bother with coasters. Or I might have, sometimes, you know, you think you're doing yourself a favour. You put a piece of paper on the table and the cup on the table. Oh, that'll sort it out. Trouble is, if the paper gets wet, it then sticks to the table. And then you've got to get that off. It's all such an effort. I need a cleaner. That's what I need. Let's have a little look here. Just a moment, please. Dum. Let's have a look. Time attending. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Adam actually has a shrine to me. Did you know that? Adam does. He has a little shrine to me in the corner of his house. That's true. There's little pictures of me and a little statue and that, and a soap on a rope. God knows where that ends up. Good morning to Ray this morning, who's had a good rest. He's been off. Ray works in Morrison's in Queensbury on the bread and cakes counter. I don't go to bread and cakes counters anymore, Ray. No, I just go straight over to the banana section in Morrison's. We have a Morrison's in Bracknell. I buy my Quorn steaks in there because they're 50p cheaper than everywhere else. And I buy about 15 at a time because I have 2 of those every night when I come in from work. 2 Quorn steaks and some baked beans on top. Or a tin of spaghetti. That's what I have when I come in. He hasn't been out. He's going shopping to Morrison's. Make sure that they're all working. Don't you? Is there a naked picture? Is that what you're saying? No. There's no naked pictures. I'm going to show you in a second. All right. Good morning. Lee says my mum has a place in Spain. Is it got one of those little pools, Lee, or is it a reasonably sized one? Perhaps you and I could go swimming in it, Lee. Am I being invited over to your mum's place in Spain? Do you want to introduce me to your parents? Is that what it is? How well do you think that would go down? I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, Mum, this is Chris. He's my special friend. I love it. Morning, Daniel West is there. Hello, Daniel. I haven't forgotten about you, Daniel. No, it takes a while to get to the messages. You know, if I keep going to messages, I'll never get my stories out. You want stories, don't you? Jackanory, and all that business. Morning to John Aitken's got his tea and biscuits. Biscuits, John? Biscuits? Lovey, I've seen a picture of you. Are you sure you want those biscuits? Not good. Full of hydrogenated fats and things like that. Dear me. Oh, Wendy's going to work at 11:30, so we got half an hour with Wendy. That's good news. We're getting on with it. We're trying to get on with it. Morning to Matt Joplin, who's recently started DJing at Reflex in the city near Barbican, aren't you? Morning to you, sir. Leon's there. Good morning, Leon. I hope you're well this morning. Leon? Good. And Grant's there as well. Grant, Grant. Now, he keeps in contact with me. But you weren't like a black cap customer, if you see what I mean. You was another DJ, so that's a different thing altogether, lovey. All right? So there we are. Mark's got a show on Saturday, sorting out music and costumes. Mark does drag. He does drag, so he's doing some stuff this morning. Good. Right, now, do you want to see these pictures? Yeah, here we go then. Some old pictures of me. Right, here we go. So this would be, I think, around 1990. I reckon this is 1996. This is me and my lodger and a rep in Ibiza. Ibiza. Oh, I'm a bit dark in that, ain't I? There we are, there. That's us in Ibiza. Okay? That's all right, isn't it? She thought she was going to get off with one of us. She didn't know we was gay. Hello? I mean, some people seem to need badges, don't they? It's like a lot of the Manilow girls, the Barry Manilow girls, were so shocked when he said, "Oh, I'm gay." No, he can't be. Have you seen him twirling around on the stage? Are you sure? The hairdo, the beautiful face, the sparkling clothes. Oh, is Barry Manilow gay? Yeah, so that's us in Ibiza. Here's a very old picture. Now, what year could this be? I reckon about 1992, this one. And if you look, I almost have one of my breasts out. There we are. DJing, that's a Black Cat picture, that is. Look how happy I am. I love that job. At least early on I did. I loved that job. Not so much once we got, after about 2002. I kind of got a little bit fed up with it there. But it was a wonderful place to work. It really was. That's about 1992, that one. Ray, you'll know some of these. Here's a semi-topless one. Now this is me with my friend Wayne. Okay? That is on holiday in Italia. Ciao bella. Italia. Ciao. Ciao bella. Italia. Ciao bella. Something like that. Okay? All right? And here comes the topless one. Here's the topless one. Now this would be let me think. I don't know, actually. This has got to be about 2002, 2004. This is the one. This is the one where you fall in love with me. Are you ready? Here we go. There you go. Ha ha! Why isn't it like that now? And that's me DJing. Have I got a towel on there? No, it's white shorts. White shorts. There we are. What happened? Look. What happened? We all get old and decrepit. Old and decrepit. So there's some of my old holiday snaps, which I just came across when I was trying to have a little bit of a tidy up there. Oh, hang on a minute. Where's that one there? That one there? Yep, there. Up there is all old photos and bits of newspapers and all sorts of stuff up there. So that's what that there it's up there. Sorry, up there. See they're what are they, printer cartridge things and things. Right up there is all papers and old photos and things like that. So I was going through those the other day, and I thought I'd show some of those to you to just prove, you know, how delicious and good looking I was once, many years ago. Wendy says we weren't shocked by Barry Manilow being gay. Oh, I'm sure you. Wendy was one. She was the worst one. She started sending him death threats. Didn't you, Wendy? Death threats. Oh dear. Good. Yes, Adam, please send us a picture of the shrine if you could. Good morning to Sarah, who's in New Zealand this morning. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome along to our little bit of fun. It's only a little bit of fun. That's all it is, okay? A little bit of fun. You know, nothing too serious. It's Peter's birthday today, 52. Happy birthday, Peter. Life begins at 50. I think that's the right one, isn't it? Life begins at 50 or something like that. Eh? I do get it wrong sometimes, as you well know. As you well know. I've got some bits of news stories as well to read for you this morning. Anne says, did you have too many cakes at Harrods? I had a lot of cakes at Harrods. There's no need. It's absolutely pointless going out to an afternoon tea or something. That would, I mean, even if you're on Slimming World, Weight Watchers, anything like that, if you're going out to an afternoon tea, what are you going to do? Sit there and just drink the tea? You know, sandwiches, cakes, you've got to have it, and that's it. And then you can make up for it later on. Just because you've had that, no need to feel bad about it. Adam will tell you the same here. Now and again, Adam goes, oh, did you have a weigh-in yesterday, Adam, by the way? Or didn't you go yesterday? Huh? Do let us know. And Wendy, have you had a weigh-in this week? All you people with the weigh-ins have been a little bit quiet this week. Has it been bad news, is it? Bad news. There is no bad news. There's no bad news. You just, if it's gone up a bit, get back on it next week. No problem at all, is it, really? You don't think when you're on that operating table in a hospital and something goes wrong, oh, well, it's gone wrong. Yeah, go on, just let them die now. No, they carry on trying. We must try on. We must carry on like Mummy's brave little soldiers, okay? I think that iPhone update's done now. I heard that just bleep then in a minute. Now, you remember I was telling you about all my Avios points. I've got about 20,000 Avios points from the most recent times that I've been abroad. With my nephew to Florida and myself to Israel a couple of years ago. I had 20,000 points, and I said to you, they've sent me an email, and it's actually about 2 months ago now, that my Avios points were about to expire. Well, I went on the BA site yesterday, and I managed to book something, which is all right. Hang on a minute. Because I've not really got any intention on flying anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere on a plane at the moment. I really don't. I just hate it. I hate it. All that mucking around. Even in the business class, I just hate all the mucking around on planes. Anyway, so I got these. This cost me 11,300 points. And it's another afternoon tea on a Thames River sightseeing cruise with afternoon tea for 2 adults. 11,300 Avios points. Thank you very much. Which I'm looking forward to that. So that's got to be worth about 70 quid. 70 or 80 quid, something like that. The only thing is the date I booked it, Thursday, January the 11th. That might be a bit cold, mightn't it? I can't see it's going outside the little... What's it called where you are in the boat? So you are on the boat, but when you go in a little bit in the middle, what's that called? Does it have a name? So you go in a door and you're like in a room on the boat. Is that called something? I know what that's called. I mean, once we're in now, I can't see us getting out of there and doing photographs. But you never know. 11th of January on a boat. We must be mad. But I had to spend these points. Had to spend them. And that's it. So looking forward to that. That goes papers here. Things to be dealt with. Which often gets bigger and bigger, that does. But it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice. I've got to tell them that I'm vegetarian as well and do my bits and pieces there. Good. Let's have a look at some news stories here as well. Oh, blimey. Ants. I didn't know that. Ants on a Slimming World as well, are you? £2. Is that your first weigh-in? That's good. £2. What? Right. Just a minute. I'm jumping up and down here a bit. £2. There we go. £2. Ants has lost. Well done. Congratulations. Are you on the Slimming World, Ants, or are you on something else? Because there's lots of different diets and things. Wendy has lost £3 this week, which is now 1 stone and 1 pound in 6 weeks. Congratulations and celebrations. I'm sure something's bitten me or stung me here. It's getting very itchy, the sign of that. Yeah, well done. Well done to both of you. Still nothing from Adam. Oh, he didn't go yesterday. Oh, well. Never mind, Adam. You go next week, my friend. Has anyone seen watching the new Star Trek? Star Trek Discovery? What an excellent show that is. I love it. It's on Netflix One Colour. Netflix One Colour. And we've had 4 episodes so far. On this week's episode, there's a little bit of Klingon love. Did anyone see the Klingon love? Where I suppose that one of the Klingons looks white. Have you noticed that? The one he's just lost something. He's just lost all his staff, all his Klingon friends on his ship. Because all the Klingons, they've got their own houses. Like this would be the Reardon House, of which I am the only member, unfortunately. But say you're at home, you might have Ant's house and there are like 5 members of your family, and there's Wendy's house and there's like 10 members of her family, and they're like all houses, and they've all got their own ships. Well, another ship's come in, and has taken all the members of his family because they were all starving. So he gave them food, so they crossed over to him. So this other Klingon is now on his own with a female Klingon who's taken a shine to him, and there's a little bit of Klingon. There's nothing rude. Oh, God, I'm just waiting for one of you to say it. Do you see anything? No, it's not that sort of programme, dear. There's no kissing on Star Trek. And I hope there won't be on Doctor Who. I was shocked and horrified. Was it Peter Tennant that we saw kissing someone? Or the other young one? We don't want to see kissing and on Doctor Who or Star Trek. We want to see monsters and spaceships. That's what we want. Thank you. So an excellent programme of Star Trek. New Star Trek every Monday here in the UK on Netflix One in colour. Now, did you see Mary's film the other day? I did. I'm not sure whether I showed it to you or not. So I am now going to show you a little interview we did with non-Irish Mary from Ireland outside Central Station the Monday before last. I can't remember if I showed it to you. If I have already, then I apologise. Okay, just watch it again. It's only about 5 minutes. Oh, it's not even 5 minutes. It's about 3 minutes long. So here's Mary and I talking outside Central Station a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Evening, gang. Well, we're just getting ready for our karaoke tonight at Central Station.
And
look who I've got here. Well, I was only going to talk to one person tonight, the lovely non-Irish Mary from Ireland.
Mary, all the way from Chalk Farm.
She's here tonight, and a friend has arrived as well, all the way from. Come closer, and listen. Maluba Baba, which is in Australia.
Yeah.
You see? People come from miles around just to be here
for this.
at the karaoke this evening. Now, we're standing at the moment in a busy road at King's Cross, and we've got to watch out for acid-throwing motorbike
Moped heads.
thugs.
They are
thugs.
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 Well, welcome to
Thugs.
Central Station,
Thank you.
Sarah.
You're accidentally involved in this
Delighted.
accidental videoing. Accidental video. You know you get forms afterwards and all that to sign.
Oh, yeah. She'll sign.
Oh, it's a bit
I'll
windy,
forge
bit
her
windy.
signature.
Yeah, I'll sign anything.
I've
Bit
got her-
windy. Can you still hear us? It's a bit windy. Might be too windy. I'll play it.
Yeah,
back.
probably.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm non-Irish Mary, all the way from Ireland. Well, Chalk Farm.
When did we meet, Mary?
Oh, Lord.
What year was that? What century was that, darling?
Don't be so nasty. I'm still younger than you.
Is it true that you are on more Roman coins than I am?
No DJs were harmed during the making of
Oh,
this.
my nose. So I've known you about 5 years now?
5
About
years.
5
Do you
years.
remember you did my 40th?
I do remember your birthday party,
My
yeah.
40th, it was
But I met
my
you in
house.
the Spread Eagle, didn't I?
Yeah,
The
well,
Spread Eagle
it's
pub.
a pub. It's a pub.
It's a pub.
It's a pub. It's not a
It's a
position.
pub. It's a pub. We met in the Spread Eagle pub, which is in Camden Town.
And then
um,
we did Belushi's.
And we were just like, at first you were just a customer, just another customer. And there was one particular night, there was no trouble, but it was a bit rowdy. And I'm DJing, and we only had a little, didn't have much space to move.
No.
And there were people that kind of a little bit pushy, but no trouble, it's just they were a bit drunk. And Mary came and stood in front of me and all the equipment
Bouncer.
like that. Back.
Protect the rear.
And that's how I remember you, of course.
Let's face
That's
it,
how
I have saved your behind a couple of times.
You have saved my
since.
arse a few times. You absolutely
yeah.
have.
Yes, yeah.
When did you come over to UK to live?
86.
1886, yes. And how old were you then? You must have been 86, 2 years old?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, okay. Because that accent is still so strong.
I
It's
know,
so
sure.
strong. How do you
I
do
get it
that?
from the Irish priests.
Can you do
Don't
other
you
accents as
know?
well? I reckon when you go home, you just speak normal accent.
Sumasan, onigashimasu, arigato. Can we go in now?
You can. After
ladies
done,
and gentlemen,
after you've done the eyes,
if you-
the eyes.
Oh, hang on. Hold on.
Okay, yep.
You've got to do this, lady from
She can.
wherever you're from, darling.
Malula
Can you do the eyes? Can you do the eyes?
Not
Go on,
when
do
she
the
told
eyes.
me all
Please
my
do the
Holding
eyes.
everything. Okay.
Oh, hold on to that round here, my love.
I know.
Yeah,
Someone's
okay.
waiting to nick that from you,
Yeah.
dear, that bag.
Yeah.
It's the
Here we go.
eyes.
There we
It's
go.
the eyes.
Okay.
Are you singing at my karaoke tonight? Or are you just
She
watching?
I'm
is.
attempting.
You're going to have a go.
She,
So,
she dragged me to karaoke in Malulaba.
Yeah.
Malubaba. So you will see both our beautiful ladies singing you a little song in our live karaoke stream, which should be with you around about 8 o'clock here on Facebook Live.
That's if I don't drop his camera first.
Wave goodbye then.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye. Slán that.
Did you see that physical attack then on my nose? There we are, a little chat with Mary that we had outside Central Station. And if you ever want to come along to the karaoke there, it's Mondays from 8 o'clock. That's Central Station, Wharfdale Road in King's Cross. And it's also on Fridays at 8:30. All right, Central Station at karaoke. Now, kebabs. How many of you enjoy a kebab? Well, in this morning's Super Soaraway Sun, look at this. A man died after choking on a kebab in the toilets of his local pub. Very dangerous items of food. I've never had a kebab in my life. The smell and the look of them really turns my stomach. Oh, how can you sit there having that bit of dead animal in that little bit of thin bread covered in mayonnaise and tomato sauce? It looks absolutely disgusting. And they stink. People get on trains and buses with kebabs, don't they? This bloke, 51 years old, was enjoying a night out with friends when he popped out to buy the kebab at 9 o'clock at night. When he returned to the bar, choking and ran to the toilets, where his friends later found him unconscious. Freelance journalist was drinking with him at the Lamb Inn in Cardigan, Wales at the time of the tragedy. He had the kebab and began coughing, went to the toilet, no one thought anything about it. But he didn't come back. Someone went in there and he died. God blimey, what a way to go. Death by kebab. Not funny, is it? So do be careful when you're eating these foods, boys and girls. Very, very dangerous to eat certain types of foods. Now, for some reason, I can't get your messages on the Facebook now. Nothing's working this morning. It's all going sadly wrong. Never mind. Now, here we go. I found this morning now, which newspaper was it? It might be in the Daily Mirror. Oh, no, is it? Yeah, Daily Mirror. The Daily Mirror. I don't know what's going on with these messages this morning. Is that happening? Oh, no. The last one I can see was from Claire saying, hi, everyone. Is that right? Could someone just stick something up there and see if I can get one back again? I don't know why that's happening. But we've got here an IQ test in the Daily Mirror this morning. Take the world's quickest IQ test, which can tell you how clever you are in just 3 questions. Now, I've always said to you, I'm not a particularly intelligent person. I don't class myself... Hang on a minute, let me just adjust this a bit. I don't class myself as an intelligent person. So we'll see if this is true now. I haven't looked at this before. I've read it to you now, okay? So here we go. It says professional and DIY IQ tests are popular ways of asserting how intelligent you are. But quick they are not. This is perhaps the whole point. If you want to get an accurate gauge of your IQ level, you're going to have to put in time and effort with a test. Otherwise, we'd get them inside Christmas crackers. That said, there is such a thing as the world's shortest IQ test. And it says the cognitive reflection test. Now, this consists of just 3 questions and evaluates how accurately you can answer a question which is in fact harder than it first appears. The quicker you do this, the more intelligent you appear to be. So are you ready? I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to prove to you now that I'm thick. I'm not very clever, not intelligent. I can talk a bit, but that's about it. It says, so have a go and see how good you are. Good luck. Question 1. Okay, question 1. Right, let's see. Let me get my piece of paper ready. Question 1. You can do this with me, isn't it? A bat and a ball cost £1.10 in total. If you're in America, call it $1.10, okay? It's exactly the same. A bat and a ball costs £1.10 in total. The bat costs £1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? Well, it's got to be 10 pence, isn't it? 15 pence. Okay, 10 pence. So 10 pence. The odds are you answered 10p for the question. We certainly did at first. This, however, is the wrong answer. Oh my God. A bat and a ball cost £1.10 in total. The bat costs £1 more than the ball. Must be 10p, isn't it? Oh, here's the answer. If the ball costs X and the bat costs £1 more, then it can be worked out like this. X plus £1. Therefore, bat plus bat equals X. Plus, brackets, X plus 1, close brackets, equals 1.1. Thus, 2 times 2X plus 1 equals 1.1, and 2X equals 0.1. X equals 0.05. Eh? Did you get any of that? Let's try the other one. Try the other one. If it takes 5 machines 5 minutes to make 5 widgets, how long would it take 100 machines to make 100 widgets? I can't even do that. 5 machines, 5 minutes to make 5 widgets. 100 machines to make 100 widgets. 100 minutes. It's tempting, if answering these quickly, to guess 100 minutes, which I have done. But this isn't the right answer. Oh. Instead, if 5 machines can make 5 widgets in 5 minutes, then 1 machine will make 1 widget in 5 minutes too. Therefore, if we have... Oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I told you, thick as a plank. Can't do it. Can't do it. How did you get on with those? Did you work them out all right? Why do we need... Ah, there we are. We're testing now. Good morning, Wendy. There we are. We're testing. I can see you now. How do you do those things? I don't get it. I don't get it. I told you, thick as a plank. Did anyone get any of those right? No, you didn't either, did you? Good. It's not just me then. It's only for the clever people that go to... Oh, you're over there, aren't you? It's only for the clever people that go to university, and they are very, very, very clever people. All young people are very, very clever. They all go to university. They can do those things. But sadly... no social skills and unable to talk to each other unless it involves some sort of electronic gadget. Isn't it true? All right, we'll do one more story, then I'm going up the swimming pool this morning. You remember, we're doing a lot about food this morning, aren't you? We are remembering yesterday that we talked about Morrison's curry. Was it last night or Tuesday night? I can't remember. But Morrison's have bought out the hottest ever curry. Well... in this morning's MSN, Holly Willoughby apparently has tried the new curry live on her TV programme this morning. Ba ba da 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 da. You know that one, don't you? This morning, yes? Yes, you do. Holly Willoughby was left reaching and crying as she chanced a taste of Britain's so-called hottest curry on This Morning. She, along with co-host Philip Schofield and Rylan, dared to take a bite of Morrison's new volcanic vindaloo. The scorching hot curry is made with notoriously spicy Naga chilies and is said to be the hottest curry ever released by a supermarket. Sitting around the curry, Phil and Holly sat poised with the forks in their hand. Holly was the first to react as she blew out slowly. She then looked down and appeared to gather her breath. She coughed and gagged as she reached for a glass of milk. You begin to feel the burn, feel remarkably, as Holly's eyes began to tear up. You feel it right there, Holly said as she moistened to her throat. Phil went in for another bite and Holly was shocked as she continued to get over her initial taste. She exclaimed, "You're going in again?" He said, I like hot food, he said, before chomping on another morsel. So there we are. I mean, who's brave enough to try that curry? Who's going to be brave enough to try the curry? You? I don't think I will. No, thank you very much. Wendy reckons I've got to try the curry. We want to wait till she's sweat. I don't think I want it. I don't think I want it, Wendy, to be honest. I'm not liking the sound of that curry. Nath, good morning, Nath, who says bat £1.05, ball 5p. That makes the bat £1 more. Well, you're better than me, Nath. I can't do maths. I got E for maths in my O levels. E, or was it GCSE? And what did I do in maths? No, I don't think it was O levels. It was GCSE in maths. GCSE. I got E. So A, B, C, D, E. Not good. Not good, really, is it? But I'm all right with money. Don't you worry about that, Nath. If you ever owe me more than 3 pence, or even 3 pence, I will remember it until you pay it off in full, with interest as well. I meant to read you this. Wendy reckons we're all thick, because I don't think anyone would get those right unless they are a swat. Now, do you know why your jeans have a tiny pocket? Ever wondered that? What is that pocket? Is it coins? I always thought it was for coins, but no, it's not. Mr. Johnny Key bought this in for me. What newspaper is this? This was on the... well, it doesn't say what newspaper it's from. But he printed this out from MSN as well. How many pairs of jeans have you owned in your life? 20? 50? But in all that denim wearing time, we bet you've never thought about that tiny extra front pocket for more than a fleeting second. I bet you have. I bet now and again, what is that pocket? We don't know what that pocket's for. Not worried, are we? It's just a design. Well, it does actually have a use. In fact, it's probably more of a nuisance in your life as you push past it to stow your keys in the bigger pocket before heading out the door. That little pouch has had several titles throughout the years, including Frontier Pocket, Coin Pocket, Match Pocket and Ticket Pocket. But what is it for exactly? It turns out the small pocket on the top right side of your jeans was originally created for, you ready? A watch. A watch. It appears on the oldest pair of waist overalls, the original name for jeans, in the Levi Strauss & Co. archives that date back to 1879, said Tracy Panic, a historian for Levi Strauss & Co. Those original copper riveted jeans had a tiny pocket to hold small pocket watches for working men, from carpenters and miners to railroad engineers, and the design has stuck forever since. So there we are. Now, you didn't know that, did you? You see how useful I am on this programme, filling you with very, very important pieces of information. That's what I do. Thank you. Wendy got an F in maths. What did I get? A, B, C, D, E. Oh, I was cleverer than... So that makes me officially cleverer than you, Wendy. I got E, you got F. And it's never affected her since now. I don't know why we're taught certain things at school. Algebra, trigonometry, all that is just a complete and utter waste of time. Unless, of course, you're going into a job that requires that sort of thing. You know, if you want to be a scientist or a mathematician or something, then yes, of course. But, you know, to ordinary mortals, mortals like myself, and perhaps yourself as well, Wendy, why do we need to waste our time in school learning about algebra? My God, it's so boring. Boring. Do you know, I don't want to go now. I want to stay a bit longer. Do you mind? Can I just stay a little bit longer? Because I've got another couple of stories lined up on here. And what normally happens is I never get to the stories on the screen. So I'm going to do one more, okay? And then I'll let you go. Because I can see you trying to dash out the door to work, aren't you? Here we go. Revealed in this morning's mail. The 6 things making your home unsophisticated. I wouldn't say my house is sophisticated. Homely. I like my house homely. It's a bit... I suppose it's a bit old-fashioned. You wouldn't class my house as contemporary. You know what I mean? Not like those ghastly places they're shoving up in London all over the place. completely and totally characterless. Characterless. They really are. It says you spend time in it every day, but you could be failing to notice that your home is lacking in sophistication. According to the interior experts at My Domain, the devil is in the detail. And apparently, minor forepass could be spoiling the ambulance in your home. While cheap photo frames or fluorescent bulbs may seem like minor concerns, often they're the first things guests notice. The experts say, well, that's all right because I don't have guests here. Nope, don't have guests in my house. Very, very rarely do I have people in my house. Thank you very much. People get on my nerves, don't you? I can manage about 2 hours with people and then I get fed up with them and I need to move on. I'm sorry, that's just how I am. Probably that's why I'm on my own. Number 1. Worst thing. Fluorescent lights. Ghastly things, dear. Ghastly. According to the experts, super bright lighting can make your furnishings appear unsophisticated. To flatter the room and interior, switch them out in favour of softer and warmer lighting, which creates a far more inviting ambience. What have you got in your house? Don't tell me you've got a strip light in your living room, have you? Oh, God. We need sunglasses to watch the telly, wouldn't I? In your house. Number 2, wires and stands. Oh, I've got a house full of those. You want to see under these tables here, these desks? It's like spaghetti junction under there. It really is. I can't really show you, can I? No, I can't show you. Wires under here. Interior experts say you should always conceal wires or invest in sleek cable-free technology to make your rooms appear extra sophisticated. Oh, come on. What's wrong with a few wires? What's wrong with a few little wires? They also recommend ditching bulky TV stands to maximise space and create a minimalist feel. Minimalist or bare? You know, you want it to feel homely. Number 3, a bare room. While sometimes less is more, a few carefully placed stylish accents can lend your room to an air of sophistication. Who's being paid to write this crap? Dear me. Crap, dear. The experts recommend adding cosy, chic throws to sofas. Oh, well, I've got those, but then the reason they're on there is it's when I drop my dinner on the settee. Do you do that? I'm such a messy eater. Honestly, oh, another bit's gone on the settee. That's why I've got the throws. But they do get washed once a year. The experts, by that time, you know, they're quite crusty, to be honest, my throws. They are. The experts recommend adding... I've done that. Which add an element of functionality and decoration. Well, functionality. Stops the food getting dropped on the settee. Number 4, ugly photo frame. I recently chucked out a load of pictures and photos. I did. I'm having a bit of a declutter at the moment. There's some more stuff going today. But not to the dump. I'm not large stuff, just rubbish. What's the point in splurging out on fancy artwork only to put it in a cheap frame? The experts recommend forking out for glare-proof glass and custom matte mounts to show off your favourite prints to the full effect. There you are. Spend the money on the frames. How about this one? Vertical blinds, as the site explains. While they are functional, they are more appealing ways to block incoming light and offer privacy. They recommend installing a large box valance over your blinds valance or hanging a rounded curtain rod from the ceiling. Then they suggest push the blinds to the side and hang drapery panels over them. Oh, it's a lot of effort, isn't it, for someone else? And finally, paper lampshades. Paper lampshades. Cheap lamps often come with paper shades, but that doesn't mean you can't work your own magic and replace yourself with a chicer fabric option. Well, I don't know about you, but I've got... Do you know what I like, lampshades? Tiffany. I've got a lot of Tiffany lampshades in here. You know, the glass ones with all the different colours. Oh, they're pretty. Reminds me, I feel like I'm in church. I do. Sometimes I'm sitting in the living room with my Tiffany... I've got Tiffany lamps and Tiffany lampshades, and I do feel like I'm actually in church. I start singing hymns all on my own. I do. I'll sing a hymn to Mary. So that's a little bit there for you, boys and girls. If your home is unsophisticated, as written by bonzos who think they know better than you. My advice is, if you've got a messy house and there's bits of rubbish and maybe an old-fashioned chair, if you are happy with it, you blooming well stick to it and don't take any notice of the experts, the so-called experts who live in those completely characterless, like £10 million flats on the 8th floor in the heart of London, all on their own, surrounded by glass. There was a bloke on the radio last night, I think it was LBC, last night or the night before, and he was talking about London. The character is just being smashed down and replaced by what looks like Dubai-type flats and places like that. Now, I've never been to Dubai. My mate's been a few times. He loves it there. But when I look at the photos, I think, what a place of absolutely no character whatsoever. Just square boxes with glass. Just awful. And that's what's happening to London, you see. They're shoving up all these flats that normal people, like you and I, could never afford. I was talking to some young people yesterday, and this is so wrong. Our young people in London, there's no way they could ever afford to buy their own place. That's wrong. It's so wrong. There was a bloke in there from last night from Newcastle, and he owns his house in Newcastle. He's got a 3-bedroomed house with a conservatory, which I don't know, he kept going on about a conservatory. It was a nice bloke, he was, with a conservatory. He's young, and a garden and a garage, and it cost him £125,000 2 years ago. £125,000. Still, that is still a lot of money, £125,000. London, forget it. Forget it, mate. And it's wrong that young people can't afford to buy anywhere like that. It's so completely and totally wrong. Wendy says they're looking at your home for someone else to enjoy. Why would you want to do that? A home should be your castle. Yes, it is. And yours is yours, Wendy, and mine is mine. And these people do make me laugh. It's like those people on the house programmes on the telly. That makes me laugh as well. Now, I like watching it. Homes in the Sun, this, that and the other. And you get some cheap ones. But most of the time, they seem to be really expensive places, and they come along and say, oh, yeah, so-and-so, he's got £600,000 to spend. What would you like? And it's all a bit like that, isn't it? Where are the homes that are like £90,000? £150,000? And they're all sort of so far up their own arses, it's unbelievable. The hosts, the presenters on there, aren't they? They come across as a bit fake. Not really friendly. I bet once those cameras are on, they can't wait to get away from their guests and get back to the little caravan that they've got where they can have their own tea. Interesting. All right. Claire says I could hang my Christmas cards on all my wires. Well, there you go, Claire. You see? Wires have a purpose as well as carrying electricity. You can hang Christmas cards on them. When I was driving to work, I went a very strange route to work last night. The sat-nav took me through a little place called Denham, which is just a beautiful little place in Buckinghamshire. And there was one house that is directly underneath pylons. I don't think I'd like to live there, would you? Literally, the roof of the house and over the house are electricity pylons. But again, Claire, if you had large Christmas cards, you could go outside and hang them from those pylons, couldn't you, my love? Do be careful. I'd be worried, being underneath a pylon, because electricity jumps, In the right atmosphere, electricity will jump from there to there at high enough voltage. A lot of people don't realise that. When you get, say if you were foolish enough to climb up a pylon, when you get near the wire, it will jump to you, a little like a spot, like a lightning. Frightening. Christina also says my house is full of character. Oh, send us some pictures in, Christina. We'll have a look at those. You know, don't put your expensive stuff on there, because if I see what you've got in there, I may well come round there and break into your accommodation, my love. Hide the door numbers. Hide the door numbers. She also says, I find it funny, some people who are rubbish in maths, but quick with betting slips and no amounts on odds betting. Yeah, that's what I mean, Christina. You know, there's maths and there's maths, isn't there? There's useful maths, like in betting shops and money, and there's unuseful maths, like algebra and trigonometry. Where have I ever used that since I left school in 1979 or whatever it was? I think it was 1979 I left school. Yeah, 1979 I left school. God, isn't that ages ago now? Wow. Good. I think that's all today, is it? I think that's just about all. Yes. Okay, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. We've got a few birthdays this morning. First of all, happy birthday today to... One moment, please. Trying to connect you, caller. Please hold that. Victoria Pearson. Victoria Pearson, who I worked with for quite a few years, actually, in the Belushi's brand. First in Hammersmith and then in London Bridge. She's fab. She's fab. And me and her got on so well, and I really, really enjoyed working with Victoria Pearson for a number of years. My favourite thing that she ever did, because we would be quite brash, both of us, was when I was DJing for her in Hammersmith, and she'd go up and down the bar, and Victoria was quite loud, like myself, quite loud. I put this song on, and she stopped serving, looked round at me, put her hands on her hips and says, "Are you taking that in?" She did that more than once. Hilarious. And then on another occasion, she came up to me and she says, "I want you to do me a..." And she did this as a joke, you see. She did. She came up to me. She said, "I want you to do me a favour. Can you announce on the microphone that if people haven't got more than 2 brain cells in their head, please don't come and ask for a drink?" Yes, okay, Victoria. I then picked up the mic and did exactly that. And her face, she went... She used to sit next to me. Now, sometimes I wouldn't always feel comfortable with a manager doing this, but I just felt so comfortable with her. She would sit next to me for half an hour sometimes and listen to how stupid people were coming up and asking for requests sometimes, and how rude they were. And she looked at me. I always forget. She said, "I don't know how you're doing that job with the stupidity that comes up to you." And this is before they're drunk. So happy birthday to Victoria Pearson, and I miss working with you very much. I don't suppose it'll ever happen again, because I think you're doing a sandwich shop now or something like that, aren't you? But happy birthday, Victoria. I'll never forget you. An absolute pleasure to work with you. Happy birthday this morning to Lisa Cahill. Happy birthday, Lisa. All right, are you in a swimming pool there, lovey? Do be careful. There might be sharks around, my love. Sharks. Happy birthday today to Tezza McFeather, 31 years old today. John McKenzie. Hello, John. 69 years old today. Lee Wallace. Is that DJ Lee? I think it is. Happy birthday to you, Lee. Paul Kemp. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Paul. Dean. I didn't know it was your Dean. Dean, you kept quiet about your birthday, didn't you? He's been chatting to us this morning. He kept quiet about that. Dean today is 41 years old. And singing sensation Phil Lawrence, it's his birthday as well today. So let's do the song. And any more messages, I'll read them out just before we disappear today. Okay, boys and girls? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There we are. There's all your birthdays this morning. Did you enjoy the little bit of echo there? There was a little bit of effect on there. All right, I think we're done this morning. Thank you very, very much for joining the show. on this Thursday morning. Been an absolute pleasure, as always, talking to you today. Tonight, I'll be busy tonight. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm doing tonight. I'm recording my music and chat show. That's what I usually do on a Thursday night now. So if you want to, that's played out on Mondays at uploadradio.com. Just in case you didn't know, I do a music and chat show every Monday morning at 10 o'clock on uploadradio.com. If you want to hear any of the old ones, they stay up online. Go to uploadradio.com, click on Find a Show, click on See, and you'll find the Chris Reardon Show. I think it's right at the bottom of the list. Okay? Just click on one of those and you'll be able to hear any of the old shows. I'm recording tonight. If you want a song, play. I know. You can pull out a CD and put a song on yourself. But if you would like me to play you a song on Monday's show, and you know what you want, then pop us a little private message over when I finish the show right now, boys and girls. And when I record tonight, I'll try and include that in the programme. Okay. Alternatively, you can send us an email. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Thanks very much, boys and girls. I'm going to go swimming now, and I'll see you again very soon. Have a nice day. Bye-bye now.